Hey, once again, morning, folks. This time around, I'm bringing to you a topic under Form 1 Mathematics syllabus, which is approximation and estimation. The things to cover here are estimating answers and checking their meaningfulness or closeness to the expected solution. This will also involve products of 10, where we are saying if it happens that where you are dividing, there is a zero in front, corresponding zeros, they will cancel numerator and denominator. Same applies when you're multiplying. You simply postfix with a zero. In other words, for instance, if I have got a number like 10, if I'm multiplying it by 10 again, so to the first one, I'll simply add a zero because there's one zero that I see here. If I've got 175, for instance, multiplying by 100, what I'll do is I'll rewrite 175 and I check the zeros here, so I simply add the 2. Another one again, say for instance I have 2000 and I'm dividing by 100. 100 is a multiple of 10, so corresponding zeros from the extreme right, they will cancel like that, so the result will be 20. So let's move on with the objectives that we're going to cover. Here we are going to estimate by rounding, sometimes to a whole number or to the nearest 5, you name it. As long as we want to simplify calculations, then the more closer we are to the given value, the more reasonable our estimation or guess will be. So we are going to be multiplying by 10, dividing by 10, and we also comment whether our guess is closer or is meaningful. So the terms that we might find under our discussion, words like estimate, approximate, is it reasonable? Are we rounding? Are we multiplying? Is it division? So yeah, I hope you guys will find this session interesting. So we are starting, and these are just examples where we are touring through. To say, instance, we are asked to estimate 48 plus 21. And as we can see clear, 48 is closer to 50, which is a multiple of 10, and 21 there is closer to 20. So if we are guessing, we are saying this is roughly a 70. The next problem, we are asked to estimate 392 minus 198. And as we can see clear, 392, when we are rounding, well, if you make it to nearest 10, it might give us a problem because we'll be having 390 minus 200. So we don't want that. We want to simplify our guesses as much as is possible. Hence, 392 can be rounded to nearest 100, giving us 400 minus. If we do the same for 198, it will give us 200. So 400 minus 200, this is a simpler problem to solve. It will give us 200. So remember, 200 is not the exact value, but it's a reasonable estimate. In other words, it's as close as possible to the expected value. Then the next problem, this is a product. We are required to estimate a product of 19 and 6. And as we can see clear, 19 is much closer to 20. And if we look at 6 there, because we want to guess, we might bring it down to 5. Because we know multiplying 25 times, this will give us 100. So that's a meaningful guess. Then the next problem, we want to estimate 722 divided by 8. So because we are guessing, we are going to try and simplify our calculation. Let's try and check. 722, it looks like it's closer to 720. But now, dividing it by 8, let's say we don't change 8, it's clear for us from our mathematical tables that 72 divided by 8, it gives us 9. So there's a 0 in front, so that will be 90. I think it's a meaningful guess. Moving on, we want to do a comparison here to check whether our estimation is meaningful or not. So I've got 39 plus 62. Wow. Let's do the actual calculation. If I say here 9 plus 2, it will give me 11, which is 1 carry 1. Then 6 plus 3, it gives me 9 plus the 1 we carried, it gives us 101. So let's try it with estimation. Well, 39 is closer to 40 plus 62 is closer to 60. And when we sum the two, it's 100. So when I make a comparison, 101 and 100, they are much closer together. So my guess or estimation is reasonable. Then we are coming to products and division by 10. So like we said earlier, if we are multiplying by 10, the rule says you just repeat the first number that you are multiplying, then you check how many zeros you have, you just add the zeros in front. So they do give us 60. We do the same. I just take my 24 there, because I'm multiplying with 10, which has got 1 0. I just add that 0 in front, gives us 240. And when we come to division, we will try and check whether we have corresponding zeros. Those zeros from the right, they cancel. In other words, we are going to rewrite it as 90 over 10. So from the right, I can see there's a 0 in top, 0 below. So our answer simply is a 9. Then on example 9, it's division again. So we can represent our problem in a similar fashion to the one above, where I'll write 350 over 10. So from the right, I'll check for corresponding zeros. There is a 0, there is a 0, they cancel. I end up having 35 divided by 1, which will actually give me a 35. So I don't need a calculator for these simplifications, because at least they are corresponding zeros. So here we want to make a bit of a comparison. There is an estimation there. We want to estimate and calculate. So 48 there multiplied by 10. So like we did earlier, we take our 48, we just add a 0. So it gives us 480. But now if we're estimating 48 is closer to 50 there, and just multiplying 50 by 100, it gives us 500. So now making a comparison, 500 and 480, I mean, these digits, they are closer together. So our estimation can be accepted as a meaningful or a reasonable guess. I think that's all on the first part on estimation or approximation. Thank you, folks.